I'm Jean Nolte, editor at Fons & Porter.
And I'm Colleen Tauke. I'm the sewing specialist at Fons & Porter. In this tutorial, we will show you how to assemble the simple blocks for Caitie's Twirl.
Okay, for the pattern for this quilt, go to our website. This is a quilt that starts out as 5-inch squares. So if you have a charm pack, this would be a great way to use it up. And it also then has the background fabric.
Yep, a background fabric that maybe has a little bit of the colors in there. It plays with it, but isn't totally solid. It's kind of fun to do.
Right. And this is basically one very large quilt block.
Exactly.
So the first thing we're going to do is make some triangle squares. And we have two 5-inch squares, a dark one and then a background one. Right sides together. And I'm going to put this 1/4-inch seam marker on the square with the yellow line right in the corner on each side. And then I'm just going to use this pen to draw a line. See if I can do this with my other hand here.
And that's going to be our actual stitching line. So we won't have to worry about where our 1/4-inch seam is. We're just going to sew on the line.
All right, so there, that's ready to go. You sew on the drawn lines.
Okay. Now, if I were making when I made this quilt, I went through and marked all of the light blocks that I needed at once, and then paired them all up, sat down and sewed a lot of triangle squares.
You can actually chain piece, and you don't even have to stop when you get to the corner here.
Yeah, this is what I do. I tend to just leave my needle down, and then I turn, pivot, because this is the seam allowance that I'm sewing into here.
So that'll never show.
Cross to the other side of the road, turn, and come back the other way. And that way I don't have to break thread.
Right. So then when you get to the other end on this row of stitching, you could just run another one right in there and just chain piece them.
Exactly. Okay. Now when you get done, what you're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to cut between your stitching lines. You can use a scissors because a lot of times we get so into using our rotary cutter we forget we have scissors. Scissors work great because it's just going to splice the two pieces apart, and then you'll find that you'll have two triangle squares matching.
So I would press these toward the dark, each one.
Make sure you open it all the way out to the stitching line so you don't leave a what they call a fake ditch in there. Is open it all the way out. And at this point, I probably go in and take away my little dog ears.
Trim those.
So just a little snip of a scissors, take off those little triangles on the corners. They're just going to get in your way when you're assembling your rows.
Great.
Like that.
All right, so once you've made 52 of those, you're ready to take those triangle squares and some plain squares and lay out your quilt in rows. And you can use the assembly diagram in the pattern.
Because this is just one oversized kind of star block with a pinwheel in the center, when I was putting it together, I kind of liked a little order, so I went ahead and looked at color placement, pinks in one round and purples in another. So that creates Caitie's Twirl. Thanks for joining us today.
For more of our videos, go to our website.